My time is 5 minutes to 5.
Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm.
So,
I don't have. I'm so hot. I don't have air conditioning. Why? I just have my to wipe my face.
okay, wipe
I,
your face. So, so you see that our true nature,
oh, I'm so.
that is where the journey starts. Our true nature is what we say the real self. And the real self, our masters define as SatChitAnanda. And the SatChitAnanda is absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. Now, pay attention. You, while even talking, you can go into meditation. When I say my real self, our true nature, where it is here and now. When masters say that I am my real self, so where I'm present here and now. So if it is present here and now, why I don't realize it? Sometime it happens. We drive, we put the key into our pocket, and we forget completely where the key is. So the key is present, but we don't know where. Same way, the real self is here and now. But I am not able to realize. So there begins the self inquiry. What inquiry? That where I have lost this real self, how, why. Now, now, when our masters ask a question, do you love yourself or not? Do you love yourself? Yes, I love myself. So it means love is my nature. That is the part of the real self. Do I love peace and happiness? Yes. So peace and happiness are my nature. Ask even 170 years old guy sit lying on the bed in the hospital, do you love to survive? Yes. It means I love existence and existence is my nature. And the mind has clouded my essential nature with wrong notion, misunderstanding. So it means what? Mind is impure. If we purify the mind by understanding, by right knowledge, that is what is. So inquiry is required. Inquiry is required because we have misunderstanding, wrong notion about our true nature that we exist. Now pay attention. Another statement I'm making from the teachings: what exists is because of existence. Because first there is an existence, and then only I exist, then only a monitor exists, then only a computer exists. It is because of the entire existence. Two things: what exists and existence. Our master says we are existence, we do not exist. Or if we exist in time. How come? When we were born, there was a particular date of birth and a year. Now, before that, we did not exist, and now I exist with my body. Is it not true? Nothing comes out of nothing. It means there is something that existed before. That is why I took the birth as a man or a woman or a human being. Look at the understanding of our masters. We are existence. What exists will never exist forever, but existence will continue. We are existence. That is the nature of self inquiry in any meditation, in all meditation and mindfulness. Take another example of real self. Do we have consciousness? Yes, that is why you are listening to me and I'm speaking. Simple answer is yes. Are we consciousness or not? Next question. Mind claims that we are the body. Mind claims we are the mind. Mind claims we are the emotion. Mind claims we are the breath. But we do not add we are the consciousness only. And if we are the consciousness, why I identify myself that I am the body that takes birth, that grows, that will become old, that has to leave. If I use the word that has to die, then our master says, what dies? Can you tell me anything that dies? Anything that dies. Tell me. Bottle. Here is a bottle. You break the bottle. The shape and the name and the form of this plastic has died, but the plastic remains as it is. You crush the plastic into a powder. Plastic will never die. What dies? The name and the form. What will die? The name and the form of this body who is known as Girish. Look at it. Master says, when you see the reality, nothing dies. Science says matter is neither created nor destroyed. Matter changes the form. So this is matter. Another name and the form will appear. It continues. Nothing dies. But when I am the body, when I am the name and the form, which is known as this body, then I always have a fear. See the understanding. Now see that if body dies, why to fear? If body dies, I know it for certainty it will die, then why to fear? And if it doesn't die, I don't die because I am not the body, then why to fear? So I enter into the state of fearlessness by the journey of the self discovery and meditation. Your mind might be thinking, yeah, it looks crazy because I am the body, I know it, but I have to inquire. It is my opinion that I am the body. Is it really a fact I am the body? So if you are the body in deep sleep, where you go, you don't remember, you don't know your body. So sleep has taken over. I had a wonderful guy, I told you before also. So he said, I'm very much scared of COVID. I said, very good. What should I do? So no, it is my opinion that I should not take vaccine. I said, what is the difference between opinion and knowledge? Did you Google? Did you find the knowledge? No, I didn't find it. So next week when he met me, he said, thanks God I have taken one vaccine and now I feel fearless. Why? Knowledge and opinion differs. Who told us that we are the body? We created our wrong notion that we are the body. So when there is a pain in the body, we are the body. When I find uh, when I find a problem with the breathing, then we are the breath. When I get emotionally upset, then I am the mind. How many eyes are there? I am the body, I am the mind, I am the breath. Who the hell I am? Why should I change my perception? Or is it simply my opinion? Or do I need to find out the right knowledge? This is what is all about meditation and self inquiry. To discover myself, first I have to prepare my intellect. If I don't prepare my intellect, nothing is going to happen. Then what will happen? And then what will happen? Instant meditation, 1 minute meditation. So 1 minute in peace and 23 hours, 59 minutes in stress. That doesn't work. But people are very smart. So we are not smart in understanding these principles. See that. So, opinion, who told us, who taught us, who educated us that we are the body? By default, by opinion, by wrong notion. I claim that I am the body. So my master used to say that if you start thinking along these lines, what will happen? So, what will happen? The moment the pain comes, the fear comes, the anxiety comes, the reaction comes, the blame, complaint, and reaction game starts in the mind, you will see that they come by default from the back door. And they only come because we identify, we have an opinion, we have a wrong notion that we are the body, mind, and breath. Go a little deeper. It is universal knowledge, applies to every human being, that we have only two sets of experiences in our life. There are millions, trillions of experiences we have every day, but they can be classified into two groups. One group, we experience fear, anxiety, duality, insecurity, blame, complaint, reaction, tiredness, fatigue. Second category, peace, happiness, love, wisdom. Now ask yourself where you experience these two sets of experiences. We experience this in the mind. Pay attention. Pay attention to it that we experience peace, happiness, love, wisdom, one set of experience, fear, anxiety, duality, conflict, another set of experience inside me. It is happening in the mind. And every object and a person is outside me. So I blame you that you are responsible for my sorrow and suffering. Wrong notion, misunderstanding. Think of this wrong notion, misunderstanding. So, where is the misunderstanding? It is in the mind. So, I have to remove the same misunderstanding from the mind. then what happens? All the wrong notions, one set of experiences is replaced by the other. What happened to this guy when I told him, do you know the difference between opinion and judgment, opinion and the knowledge? What happened? Nothing happened to him outside. He understood it. There is a clarity. He took the vaccine, and last week he said, I have taken another vaccine also. Now I feel pretty good, and I feel now calm and relaxed. So, what happened to those fear, anxiety, duality, conflict, problem, reaction, anxiety? Because it is misunderstanding. It is like the darkness. What is darkness? Absence of light. What is light? The knowledge. Self inquiry moves us from the ignorance, from the darkness to the light. So, what happens? Either by understanding, listening to these principles, reflecting on it, I can enter into a meditative state 24 by 7. Or we can add the practice also. When our mind opposes this knowledge, mind opposes this. Why it opposes the knowledge? Because by default, this mind is looking outside only. For what? It is looking for peace and happiness. Now we have already understood that I experience peace and happiness inside me. It is not present in any object, any person. Look at our dear Bill Gates. Initially, he thought it is love is present in Melinda Gates. After 27 years, he realized that it is not present in her. That is why he lived loveless life. But anyhow, he is doing another blunder. So he found another woman where the happiness is present. It is all a matter of understanding. It is all a matter of understanding knowledge. Now, you see that I'm talking of one principle after the other. It's worth listening again and again to pick up so that your intellect is clear, clarity is there. The mind will never go after the anxiety. Anxiety is an experience in my mind. Reaction is an experience in my mind. This is one set of experiences. Even the science says they gave you 50 reasons of anxiety, and after that, the 51st reason, causes are still unknown. So it means you have all understood the 50 causes, 51st cause is still unknown. We say it is because of the wrong notion. Wrong notion leads to delusion. Now, I remember one beautiful principle. So let us clearly understand. The what I said, what remember is that animals, all living beings except human being. Difference. That is the reason we can do self-inquiry. That is the reason we can meditate. We can realize our real self. What is that reason? Animals have self-awareness, no doubt. Animals have intellect, no doubt about it. They are intelligent, they have a lower self-awareness. If the tiger, take one example, if the tiger has intellect which is free from the body, what will happen? Tiger jumps onto the tree to see where the deer is so that he can prey the deer. At the same time, the tree on which he jumps, he do not see the food is available in terms of fruits. Tiger will die but will not eat fruit. Cow will die, huh? Even if the flesh is available. This is our normal experience. We know it. Why? Because intellect is programmed. Intellect is limited, programmed. Even they are more intelligent than us. No doubt about it. But still it is limited. Do you see that? We see it in every day. Call the dog with the food, they will come. Show them the stick, they will run away. You do it for 10 years, they will do the same thing again. That is the nature of their intellect. Do we want to do the same thing like animals? Our master hammers on our intellect. They want to check, are you ready for inquiry? Now, see another point of difference, which is very clear. Because they live with the low self awareness, because their intellect is limited, programmed by the nature, they cannot think freely, they cannot move their mind inside. Ask, as a human being, can we move our mind inside? Answer is yes. We can observe. We have anxiety, we have reaction, we have problems, we have pain. And we have the peace also. Do you see the difference? Animals, all animals. You touch an ant, and the ant changes its direction, its path because of the fear. Safety, pleasure, or sex, food, and sleep. All are common in between me and all the animals. What is the difference? Difference is that I have a free intellect. I can think and I can observe. I can make a choice and I can hold on to the choice to replace my old habit that came from the animal being. What we are doing? What we are doing. I live loveless life with one particular person, then I want to live loveful life with another person. I don't realize the love is not there. Money does not have a stamp of happiness. I may have $1 billion, but it does not, even a single bill of dollar does not contain the stamp of happiness. So I remove the wrong notion and let me earn the money. Where is the problem? Remove the wrong notion that this dollar bill contains the stamp of happiness. No. But I will earn money by fair means in order to live, meet my basic needs. If I have more resources, so let me have, instead of basic needs, let me have a luxury. But even the luxury does not contain the stamp of happiness. So our masters never say, don't do this. So when they say you have to uh, remove all the desires from the mind, desire means that has a stamp of happiness because of wrong notion, because of our opinion. We have to remove it and then do it. So now see that when you do like this, when you work like this, will you be ever tired? Will you be fully busy? Because mind is clear. You are more creative. You think much better. What a beautiful way to understand this. So look at it. Animals cannot move their mind inside. Why? Answer that our masters have answered. Because their mind is imprisoned by the nature that they are the body, not more than their body. So our master says, as long as your mind claims you are the body, nothing will happen. You have to remove this misunderstanding and the wrong notion that you are not the body. Then only your mind will go inside without any wandering and distraction, and mindfulness will be there. Look at him. Look at the clarity and understanding. We are not learning anything that is cult, dogma, belief, wrong notion, reason. Our friend also has different option, different opinion, but he had an opinion. He did not learn it. He only had an opinion. So I I always, respect opinion of everyone, provided if you are and you learn, otherwise you don't learn.
Right.
You see the clarity we have, so much of clarity in our day-to-day living. Now you wake up in the morning with that understanding, the mind is running. Check through the intellect where the mind is running. And the mind is running to have a food to be happy. Very good. So, what food? This food. Just ask the question in the intellect, is food for survival or survival for food? Is eat to live or live to eat? So, when I understand, I choose the right thing, I live to eat or eat to simply live. Food is eating is one part of my life, so let me eat what is balanced and but do not search happiness there. Your mind is not running now. Mind is not wandering. Mind is not wandering at all. So without understanding, the mind will continue to wander because it is animal mind. It has already it already claims that this mind is, it already claims that peace and happiness are outside. Peace and happiness are outside. We cannot find it. It is my personal experience. It happens in the mind, but the mind has created a wrong notion that the peace and happiness are outside. They two are different things. Experience of peace and happiness inside, and the objects and the person and the event and all the time, they are all outside. What is outside cannot give me permanent peace and happiness. You have this understanding, you keep this understanding in the intellect, there is no chance for any anxiety, reaction, blame, complaint. Your one set of the negative experiences drops by itself like the darkness. That is why we say move from darkness to light. Move from darkness to light. Here you are thinking in the intellect, dropping the wrong notion, the mind stops wandering, and you become more aware of yourself. The mind withdraws inside, it doesn't start running after anything. You are already in the state of meditation. So, what happens? That is what is explained beautifully, that real self is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means existence. Sat also means truth. Now, see, do you have, even without thinking, do we have or do we want to survive? And the answer is big yes. So, survival is nothing but existence. It is not what exists. What exists is the body. Today it exists, tomorrow it will not. See that? But it came out of the existence, and that existence is the real self. Now, see, thoughts make me crazy and thought makes me happy. Who knows there is a thought in the mind? If I'm not conscious. So, if I'm conscious, I become aware of the thought, it means I have a consciousness. That is the second part of the real self. Where it is everywhere, all the time. You wake up, you start thinking, you start working. Consciousness is working behind. Because you are conscious, that's why you are listening to me. So the consciousness is behind. So, what is the wrong notion here? Consciousness is behind, that goes into the mind, it thinks of reaction. So, I claim that I am a person with a reaction. No, I am consciousness. I am conscious. But what I think, I am the body, I am the mind, I am the mother, I am the father, I am the son, I am the daughter, and long list of wrong notions. Yes, I have to play my role. I have to play my role when I am in front of the son. Let me play my role as a father. It's a role. I play many roles. I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a friend, I'm a teacher. But behind all these roles, there is only one person. Similarly, there is only one consciousness behind all the thoughts. That is the real self. Has three words: Sat, truth. We have just understood the existence. Chit is consciousness, another word, and Ananda. The Sanskrit word Ananda means joy from all the sides. Every time the mind enters into anger and the anxiety and the reaction, ask, let my intellect ask, do I love happiness? The answer will come from inside you, yes. Then ask the next question, why the hell you have mind? You are reacting. Live in happiness first. Respond in happiness. React in happiness. Shout in happiness. Don't disturb. You have to play your role. So sometimes you have to shout. In the military, the military, a senior always shouts. They are playing their role. They are not angry. So Ananda, real self is Ananda. So real self has three words: Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat lives in consciousness, consciousness lives in Ananda. Ananda lives in Chit, means consciousness, and also it is the existence. That is the journey of, in short, that is the journey of self discovery, real self. Now, see, Master gives another example. I have given that example many a times. We have to think of it. We have to reflect in our mind. The moment my mind goes into another set of experiences that are negative, let me think. Real self is like the sweetness of a sugar. Sweetness of a sugar. You make candy, if it is sweet, sugar is present. You don't see it. You see candy, but you cannot deny the sugar is not there. But still, you don't see it. Same way, we cannot see the real self by the senses and the mind. Still, we know it. We can know it. That is what meditation is. You eat ice cream. Without sweetness, there is no ice cream. But if you start searching where is the sugar in the ice cream, you see the white or different color or milk. But actually, we know the process of making ice cream, this much amount of sugar, this much of milk, this much of cream. We don't know the very process by which we are born as a human being. Eastern wisdom says, we will make you understand. That is the journey. So, if the real self is like a sweetness of a sugar that cannot be seen in the candy, ice cream, dessert, so we have a way. Master says we have a way, and that way is logical self inquiry to find out our real nature. To find out is the real nature is the goal of meditation. See that? That is the beauty of the journey. So, what we say that the mind, like an animal mind, always looking outside, trying to put the reason to find the ultimate source of peace and happiness outside. At the same time, every human being has a level of self awareness by which he can move inside. Do you think that if the tiger can move his mind inside while sitting on a tree, he should have an insight, he should have an understanding? What understanding? Come on, I'm searching for the deer for my food. The fruits are available. We human beings have that insight. Don't we have? We have that insight. You see the difference? That's why the animals do not have insight and intuition. We have it. We don't use it. We don't want to use it. Then we continue to suffer, suffer, suffer. The entire journey of meditation is nothing but the movement from the ignorance to wisdom. Either we can do it by understanding. So, when we do it by understanding, it is the path of knowledge, yoga of knowledge. When we do it by practice, it is yoga of meditation. When we do it by Hatha Yoga, so we start with the physical postures, breathing, and pranayama. Ultimately, we purify the mind, and then again we can enter into meditation. We do it by mantra, it is yoga of mantra. We do it simply by doing nothing but awakening to the knowledge, it becomes the mindfulness. So, because we have so many wrong notions, I just explained you the two sets of experiences. Clarity. One set of experiences includes fear, insecurity, anxiety, reaction, anger, hesitation. Why? And always running, fully busy, tired, fatigued. Why? Because I'm searching peace and happiness outside where it is not. So when it is not present in the world outside, I'm still running after. It will lead me to these experiences. You see, and that one day we say, oh, how beautiful this man is, how handsome the man is. And after a few days, so my first knowledge is that this person is very handsome, very wise, very intelligent. right? So after a few days, I meet the same person again, and my mind says, this guy is crazy. So I have two sets of knowledge. So in the first set of knowledge, I want to get attached to that person because I like him, because I find good things. Second instant, I have another set of knowledge. This guy is crazy. I want to keep a distance. You see how the mind cheats us. Person is the same. Person is the same. Event is different. Now comes after a few days again. You have a problem. You call this guy. He solves your problem. Again, you shift. Your mind shifts to another knowledge. Now, what happens? We think that person is good, bad, best. Who is thinking? The mind. Why shouldn't we observe this mind and understand this craziness of the mind? Mind, how the hell you say person is good, bad, and then best, and maybe the fourth incident worst? Why your mind swings on different sets of knowledge? That is a wrong notion. because because he or she does according to me, and he fulfills my desire, so that's why he is a good guy. He does not do that, that's why he's a bad guy. Huh? What is this business of mind, liking, disliking? That is causing the problem. That creates a wrong notion, and then we start living with wrong opinion, misunderstanding, delusion, and we suffer. End of suffering, awakening to the real self is the goal of meditation. Today, that much is okay.